Welcome back to Age of Empires Mobile. My name is Touch of Malice, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing all about Miyamoto. This is going to be a bit of an in-depth review. I am going to go over what lineups I use and what lineups I have used in the past. I am going to go over the skills that I run with him, what I like, and towards the end, I'm going to talk about is he still good in 2025 as we are approaching midsummer. In about 1 month now, we'll be in midsummer. So is he still good in 2025? Should you grab him if you haven't grabbed him yet? Let's talk about it. So, off the rip, to kick things off first, I'm going to talk about lineups. The lineup that I have found to be the best with Miyamoto is what I am currently running right now. I do like Miyamoto, Mehmed, and Lagertha, and this is a very strong lineup for Miyamoto. So, Miyamoto, as we all know, he is going to be dealing an AoE damage with a debuff. Now, what's nice about Miyamoto is that after he pops off Moment of Yin, there is a 45% chance to let the hero with the highest might, excluding the caster. So this does not count for Miyamoto. Once this skill pops off, there's a chance that the hero with the highest might is going to pop off their signature active skill. This is really nice because essentially what this does is it gives another hero in your lineup a double cast. Now, the reason why I like Miyamoto Mehmed Lagertha is because, as you understand, Lagertha's skill standalone already has a chance to give her a double cast. So, with Lagertha in the lineup having higher might than Mehmed, you're going to increase the chance of Lagertha's skill to pop off on its own, and Lagertha's chance of a double cast is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. So what this does is it increases the chance of Lagertha to have a double cast. It even furthermore increases the chance for Lagertha to have a double cast. This is one reason why I like Lagertha with Mehmed and Miyamoto. Now Mehmed, on that hand, Mehmed is strictly there just for tankiness. That's all he's there for. He's just there to recover your troops units, and every time you recover your units, he's going to be taking skill damage, taking reduction. As for Miyamoto, what I like to do with him is pure DPS. I like Peerless Strike to just deal a massive single target factor, another single target factor that ends up dealing damage over time with Earth Crush. So this is my favorite lineup with Miyamoto. If you do not have Lagertha yet, or if you have Lagertha but she is maybe not built as strongly as you would like, Yodit will work with Mehmed and Miyamoto. Miyamoto, Tribuana, and Lagertha is good. Miyamoto, Tribuana, and Yodit is good. But this is, with my experience, having all of these commanders for a long time and being in multiple mightiest empires, this is what I found to be the lineup with the Miyamoto that brings him the best survivability and lots of damage output. Now, unfortunately, if you are free to play, you're not going to be able to access Miyamoto, as Miyamoto is only obtainable from the VIP. He's only obtainable from the VIP, so if you want him, you have to buy him. Let's go into the rings that I run with Miyamoto, and don't think that Ring of Crow is what I'm always running. No. For starters, a really good ring with Miyamoto is actually Ring of the Bear. Miyamoto is dealing might damage, so you're going to reduce your own armor, increasing your commander's might. This is really good if you have it on Miyamoto when he's the primary, because you're going to be increasing your AoE damage. And it's really good because it's an AoE, so you're going to be dealing a little bit of extra damage to all of the targets you're hitting, because his AoE damage is based upon a might bonus. So Ring of Bear is a good start. I do have Ring of the Crow on him right now because, quite frankly, I'm still in the gists of working on all my other rings. This is nice if you want to buff yourself for a little bit, but also just steal stats from the enemy. This is really good for just stealing stats from the enemy. Ring of Badger is another ring that I would recommend for Miyamoto. There's a lot of Lubus running around. There's a lot of archers running around. And having a percentage of your secondary and normal attack damage taken reduction for 18 seconds is honestly just nuts. So if you throw this on your Miyamoto and you have the build that I have with Mehmet and Lagertha, you're going to have a Miyamoto where he's known for just being like a machine gun rapid DPS dealer by throwing out a lot of active skills from himself as well as the heroes in his lineup with the highest might. But now you have something where he's really going to survive quite a bit. You're taking less damage from Ring of Badger. On top of taking less damage from Ring of Badger, you're going to be taking less damage because Mehmet has his skills going off. Lagertha counters. She's also going to be reducing the critical strike damage you take for 6 seconds after 3 signature skills. So if you are running that along with some of those rings that I recommended, you're going to have a Miyamoto where all of a sudden now he has lots of survivability in the field. And this is really good for Miyamoto because, as I said previously, he's really good for outdealing damage. But now you've made something where he's quite tanky, as a matter of fact. So that's what I run with my Miyamoto. That's where I'm at with my rings, and I recommend that to players. It's good for me, and it's been good for me, and I think it's going to be good for a decent amount of time. Now, let's talk about his stars. So, what's interesting about Miyamoto is that despite him being only accessible from the VIP, he does good stuff at 1 star. He does really, really good stuff at 1 star. He's going to be giving you a 50% stat increase at 1 star for Moment of Yin. This is phenomenal for 1 star. I do believe it might be the highest percentage value for 1 stars in the entire game. I could be wrong, so do not quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that this might be the highest percentage ratio for 1 stars. Now, for 3 stars, when Moment of Yin causes the hero with the highest might to activate a skill, it increases the skill damage by 30%. Now, what's nice about this is because if you're running Mehmet and Lagertha, obviously Lagertha with higher might, Lagertha's double cast is going to be dealing 30% less damage. So, if you have Miyamoto at 3 stars, and then you can activate Moment of Yin and help Lagertha pop off that double cast, you're going to be nullifying the 30% less damage that Lagertha is doing because of his 3rd star. This is why this lineup works so great. I'm not going to talk too much about his 5 stars, his 5th star, because I don't have his 5th star. But, I mean, if we take a look at it, he's just going to be performing better at 5 stars anyways. So that's that. Now, to summarize my experience with Miyamoto, is he still good in 2025? Abso-freaking-lutely, man. I cannot believe that he is still my main infantry commander. It's insane how long this guy has lasted. Is he a great pickup at the early game? Absolutely. I will recommend all low spenders, all medium spenders, and all high spenders to grab Miyamoto in the early game, basically as soon as you start playing. If you're a super low spender and you really don't spend money in this game, and if you just get him to 1 star, honestly, man, it's going to be a fine start. It's going to be a fine start for infantry, but I do think with Miyamoto, minimum investment is absolutely 3 stars, especially if you're going to be running that Lagertha build, because you want to nullify Lagertha's 30% damage taken 30% damage output reduction on her double cast. So I think minimum investment is 3 stars, but his 1 star is good, so keep that in mind. Now, if you are a player who did not grab Miyamoto, you're maybe in the end game. Is he worth grabbing? I'm going to say yes, but only if you take him straight to 3 stars or 5 stars. You don't want to grab Miyamoto now and then leave him at 1 star. If you grab Miyamoto now, I think it's still worth it. Miyamoto's still a good pick from the VIP. He's going to be great in the future. He's got good rage upon entering battle. And yeah, I think Miyamoto is still good in 2025. He's totally worth grabbing, even in the end game. If you're in beta like me and you've never grabbed him, I think go ahead and grab him. He's great. He works great with Yodi. He works great with Tribuana. He's great with Mehmet. He's great with Lagertha. He's just all around a super, super good universal infantry hero that you can throw with almost any infantry heroes. I'm pretty sure there are combinations out there that don't really work well with him, but the Mehmet and Lagertha is the best that it's been for me. So that is my in-depth review on Miyamoto in 2025. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. My name is Touch of Malice, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.